Hey everyone, one of the Mystic Apes here to teach you how to play Private Die. First things first though, we're going to go ahead and take a look at the components that come in the box. These cards here are the case cards. Each copy will come with 5 of these, and they are going to have like different effects that take place throughout the game. Usually we only recommend that people use these if they've played a couple of games, so we're not going to go over them in this video, but know that they will be in your copy. Over here we have detective cards. So these give each player a unique player power. They're really neat. They have different effects, so everyone will get one of these to use throughout the game. There's 6 of these, but if you're a Kickstarter backer, you'll get at least 7 of them. Next up, we have the witness cards. These are going to be how you're getting clues in order to solve the case. You're going to be questioning these witnesses, and each one has a different ability that will modify the round that they take place in some way. In the center here are the clue tokens. The white ones are worth 1 point each. The black ones are worth 5 points each. There's 45 total, so there's 30 of the white ones and 15 of the black ones. And they're just interchangeable whenever you need to swap out your clues. At the bottom here, you can see the 31 dice. It mentions on the Kickstarter page, but just to reiterate, these are all Chessex dice, so they're very high quality. The D6 here, each detective will get 5 of the dice to use throughout the course of the game. And then our D10, it's important to note that this D10, the 0, we actually use it as a 0 for Private Die. So just know that as you're playing. Alright, we're going to go ahead and set up a game to play now. Alright. So the point of Private Die is to solve the case, the murder mystery that is going on. In order to do that, you have to end any round with at least 15 clues, and that's any single player. This isn't a cooperative game or anything, it's every man for himself. So if at the end of any round a player has 15 or more clues, they solve the case and win the game. So at the beginning of the game, everyone starts with 1 clue, because we know who was murdered and what the case is. And then you'll gain more as the rounds progress. So at the beginning of the game, in every round, the first player is going to flip over the top card of the witness deck and then read off the effect. So this one is, we have an undercover cop. The detective who wins this round must give 1 clue from the bank to any other detective. This clue is not subtracted from the rewarded clues. And let's make a special note of this number right here. That is, that contributes to the witness value. The other component that contributes to that is this D10 we mentioned earlier. So I'm going to go ahead and roll that. So we got a 7. So we're going to add those 2 numbers together to get our witness value. So our witness value is 14 for this round. So then starting with the first player and going around, you're going to roll 1 through 5 of your questioning dice, trying to get as close as you can to the witness value without going over. So for 14, let's see, I'm going to roll 4 dice, take a risk on this one. Alright, so let's see if you can see it. I've got a 12 on my dice that I just rolled. So that's pretty good. If I wanted to, I could spend a clue to roll an additional die, kind of feed the witness some information in order to continue questioning. But I'm pretty happy with 12 out of 14, so I'm going to stay where I am. And play is going to continue to the next player.
Alright, I'm going to roll 3 dice. And not a whole lot here. Looks like I have a total of 8. And I want to get to 14. Luckily, my detective ability allows me to roll that additional die for free once per round. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And it looks like
13.
I have 13.
Alright, so he's the closest without going over. He edged me out by 1, so he's going to win the round. And what happens when you win the round is you gain clues equal to the number of dice that you rolled. So he's going to get 4 clues right now. And then whoever won the round is going to be the first player for the next round. So we're going to just pass the D10 to signify that.
Alright.
Next witness here is logical. If any detective rolls 3 or more sequential numbers, like a 2, 3, and a 4, they automatically gain 1 clue. You can see his base value there is 10.
Alright, gonna go ahead and roll the D10. And looks like the total is going to be 11. So for this one, since I can roll that extra die for free if I need to, I'm going to keep this one around 2 dice. And looks like I'm an 8. So I might just stay there.
All right. So I'm gonna play it a little bit on the edge. I'm gonna go and roll 3 dice for this one. All right. Let's see. I got 10 out of 11, so that's great. I go ahead and win this round. I get 3 clues, and then now I'm first player for the next round. So let's see what we have. This one we have a lawyer. Detectives may not spend a clue to roll an additional die. So I won't be able to spend a clue, but you notice it does specifically say spend a clue. So his ability here, he'll still be able to use it because he's rolling an additional die for free. He's not spending a clue to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and roll the d10 to get the witness value. 5. So we're at 12 right now. I'm going to go ahead and roll 4 dice. All right. There we go. I just got 12 exactly, so I matched the number of the witness die. I jogged their memory. If you match the number on the witness value, you immediately gain 1 clue for jogging their memory. It's not over yet, though, because he could still tie me. I'll explain what happens if he does, but let's see if he does, though.
All right, I'm going to roll 4. Looks like we got
11.
11.
All right, so let's just, for argument's sake, say here that he did roll 12 exactly and that we're tied. So what would happen in the case of a tie is we would have a roll-off. We would ignore the ability of the witness. We don't worry about our powers anymore. We're kind of stepping out of the interrogation room, and we're going to be yelling at each other for access to the witness. So what we do in this situation, if we both tied, we would take the number of dice that we tied each other with, and we'd have a roll-off, and whoever has the highest total wins the round. So, 11 for me, and you
16.
have more than that there. So he would win the roll-off, so he would win the round. He would get 4 clues, and then he would be first player for the next round. So that's how a roll-off works. And then I think the only thing we haven't touched on now is if you exceed the witness value, say if one of us rolled 13 or above for this round, you scare the witness, they just lie to you to get them off their case. So you actually lose 2 clues because they're setting back your investigation. So you don't want to push it too hard because you could end up losing pretty big. So the game would continue like this through however many rounds it takes for one of us to either get to 15 clues, or if that doesn't happen, once there are no witnesses left in the witness deck, whoever has the highest amount of clues gets the closest to solving the case, but you don't actually solve the case. You know, you get a little newspaper story and you get close to it. So you can call it a little bit of a win, but at the end of the day, he got away. So you'll just have to play another game and try to catch him the next time. So if you have any questions, please be sure to post some comments here or go ahead and check us out on Twitter or Facebook. And then just check out the Kickstarter page. Thank you. Bye.